Okay. Let me know if my order is off. I'm pretty sure it isn't. I'm just trying to get used to this because I got to remember where I'm at with the what if, look that up, and then rewatch the episodes just to make sure I'm not too far off. But I think I should be in chronological order. All right. So with the shield hero, right? We're back at it again with that one. So this is what if Deku had the shield hero part 4. All right. How we're gonna do this is they do the entry exam. It's gonna be pretty much kind of like canon almost, but he does a lot better. He has one for all. He has a lot better control over it because his physical stats is better due to him having the shield. Because he did a lot of exercising. He did a lot of things because he wanted to try to attack, but he couldn't attack. So all that happens. He's good, and he throws the ball that goes dummy far because he's been training with one for all because he can attack now. You don't understand. That's like the biggest thing for him because that was his only really weakness. He had other weaknesses, but mainly attacking was his weakness. He can attack now. He's good. So he's good with that. Then we're going to go ahead and skip this over all the way to the villain attack arc. And how this will play differently is he's able to... I'm going to say he's able to help out with the fighting a lot better. And how this will happen is he will just bust out one for all and start using it. And since he's been, practicing with this or whatever, he's able to go around using a decent percentage, and he's like one-shotting all these people. And plus, for people that are far away, he's using Venus flytraps. And he put his homies, like all his classmates and stuff, in a protective shield. And the reason the shield's also awesome is because it's not able to be teleported due to Deku's power. It cancels it out somehow. If that's really a bad plot hole, I can try to patch it, okay? But so that happens. The black hole hero is kind of useless. Hero, not hero. Villain, the one that has the warping abilities. He's not the most useful individual right now. Sorry. And Deku's just helping Eraserhead fight. And then Eraserhead does take a little damage from the dude with their disintegrating quirk, from their little exchange. And what happens is right before Aizawa's eyes get butchered, young Midoriya come out the cut and just like, I got you, you good. And he uses his shield, and his shield protects him, so he's dummy good and he lives. Young boy Deku comes in, and since One for All enhances quirks, his explosions are about to be enhanced, right? So what he does is he turns his shield into an explosive knife slash, because he turns it into a knife, and then he turns it into an explosive knife. So what he does is he starts running, he starts spinning, and then right before he hits him, he slices, and then mid-slice he says "ignite." And then it blows through this dude. And it's devastating. And this just blows up. But he overdid it. His arm is slightly damaged. It hurts a good big deal. Because he using explosives, which it simulates the pros and sometimes with other quirks. And how this fucks him over is it has a bad recoil. So double that with All Might's enhancement, it's going to have a bigger recoil. So his right arm's slightly out of commission for the moment. He turns around. He sees old boy, the dude with the hands. I'll just say that. He comes at him trying to erase him. And then he's like, that's cute. Kicks the dude with his good hand. Breaks the dude's arm. And then like stir comps this dude while he's hauling ass to go get, help from the heroes and stuff. But he kicks this dude back, and he's just like, I still can fight. I can still fight without even an arm on some Gohan Super Saiyan 2 flow. So, but before the fight goes anywhere, he just one for alls him and then just jocks him in the chest with a good knee. And then when he's like spilling over, he just hits him with a good elbow and then kicks him with his right leg, sends the dude flying. This is around the time he decides he needs to retreat. He needs to fall back. This is not the move. This is not the play, right? So he does that. They leave. Everything is patched up. And instead of where Deku doesn't give credit, he takes credit, but not like forcing it. So they're like, okay, he helped out. He did a lot of good things, and we're good. We're good. You know, Isaiah was a little mad, but he couldn't say nothing because he kind of got saved from this kid. So with that being done, everything similar happens. Everyone talks, everyone recovers. This is where a lot more training happens. He get used to One for All a lot more, gets better at using it, and he just keeps training. He gets stronger. Now with this, what if he's not OP? He can still lose fights, but he's just a lot stronger. His defense is at max practically, and his offense is pretty damn good. So then we do the obstacle race. Race happens nowhere near like it did in canon. What he did off rip is when he saw what's his face pulls out ice, he started using shields just to run, and he's just running. He actually put his shield on his back, because in the show, one of the things he said was that his shield just stays on his body. So he puts the shield on his back, right, and then he just starts boom, like using the explosions to jet him forward while using all for one. So this dude's getting really good speed. So he's just eventually he makes it first place. Then we're gonna have, you know, Todoroki, Bakugo. They're pretty much right there behind him, you know, after a good little minute because he zones past them. Then we're gonna go straight to the Cavalry battle, and how that plays out. This one's gonna be a little different. At the end of the day, the teams will still be the same, the winners will still be the same, but how we get there is what's the juicy part. Deku will not want to fight off rip. He'll get up high and just chill because he thinks that's the safest option. And he's not able to be up high for so long, so he will have to come down eventually, right? But during this time, Bakugo appears, and then right before Bakugo, you know, gets close or whatever, he puts out his shield and then projects it, and then he says rage, and this dark fury of energy is just coming off of this dude. He jumps up, uses all for one, and this shield's powered by negative emotions. If used too much, it will take over. So he says rage flame shield, and he just dive bombs at Bakugo. And then he's like looking like he's about to punch, but he's using his shield to block. But in reality, he's not doing none of that. He uses all for one to propel him even faster towards him as he's kind of spinning. And then he goes in for a punch, moves his shield all the way around to his left hand, punches but misses, takes a tag, and then knocks the dude back and get pushed back to where his team's at. So Bakugo is just falling back down. Their positioning is not looking too fortunate. He gets the tags from the copycat dude with the copy quirk. Todoroki holds his ground and he keeps his tag. So that's pretty much how we're gonna do that fight. Then we're gonna do the fight where he fights Deku fights the Bainrosh hero, and how this is just gonna turn out is very simple. He doesn't say anything. He looks at the dude and just be like, plant, 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 Venus flytraps. Get him. And so he doesn't say anything, just all of them just bomb rushes dude. And like literally it's like if you was watching it, it would be a comedic scene because the way they go beat him up, they just run up to this dude and just nothing he can do about it. And then they just drag this dude outside the stage. And then that's it. Deku didn't let all his, you're born with a good quirk, all that stuff. And then after the fight, he says something though. He's like, no, I'm not. I can't attack. I had to work really hard. Has a mini inner thought. Well, All Might just kind of gave me his quirk, but that's beside the point. I had to work really hard to be able to use my physical capabilities the way they are. So I don't want to hear that I was born with the lucky quirk. So yeah, go ahead and miss me with that one, Chief. And just that's about it. Then they go into the Todoroki fight. And Todoroki's just using ice, and this dude's like, this is easy. So he just avoids the ice, jumping around, maneuvering really good, staying on his right side. basically fighting this dude up close and just hitting him with explosions after explosions. A couple of knives, boom, knife explosions, not too much, not OP knives like he did when he was fighting the Nomu, but dummy strong. Fighting him, throwing hands, and then eventually Todoroki was like, all right, bro. Because he said, listen, B, it's your power, man. Come on. Like, what are you doing? It's your, who am I fighting? Am I fighting your dad or you? And he's like, all right, that's enough. Boom, flames up, tries to use a big special move. Deku smirks sinisterly. God shield. Hits the ground. A big ass shield comes out of nowhere. And boom. Blocks the move. Everyone's shocked. Deku comes out unscathed. Todoroki's like, wait a minute. Deku charges. And I'm going to call this move, it's actual name I've had for this move, but I'm going to make it a move for this what if. Flying air shield. So what he does is he just hits the air with all for one. And just a good 3 times. So 1 doesn't do it, 2 doesn't do it, 3 doesn't do it. And then when he's looking up, Deku's right there doing the meanest spin kick to the chin. He comes up from the sky, spin, stops the momentum, use all that backward momentum, and just kicks this dude into the stands. And then Deku kind of went overboard and falls down on the ground. Then we're going to go on to Bakugo versus Deku. Bakugo's furious. Bakugo's angry. The only reason I'm skipping all the other fights, I mean, that's not really important. Who cares about those fights, kind of? But we go to that. This dude, this is a good fight. They're throwing good hands. And so Bakugo's getting some good shots in. Deku's getting some good shots in. But the problem is Bakugo was never able to hurt Deku. So Bakugo developed a move where he concentrates all his sweat into a palm of the hand, just like he did later on in the episode, but a lot sooner, due to his offense not being enough. He shoots, but what he does is he shoots. So he's kind of like this, making it kind of like a gun almost. And so with this, he's actually doing some damage, but not enough damage to actually hurt this dude. So with that being said and with that being done, Deku's like, all right, I got to take it up a notch. So he said, he starts stretching. He pulls out his shield. He says, I'm going to end this now. Shield prison. But Bakugo, I'm not sure about this. I could have sworn I did shield prison on Bakugo already, but if I didn't, but Bakugo seen him do this, so he was like, he let it happen, and then he just used that hot area to build up a lot of sweat and just blew it away. And they said, is that all you got? But he needed that as a diversion, right? So what he did was he got up really, really high, and he used Todoroki's flames. Now you're being like, wait, how does he have that ability? When did he get that ability? When he was up close, he grabs 2 pieces of locks of hair from him. One from his ice side and one from his cold side, right? So what he did was, he's able to use his ability, but the side effects that he have is a lot stronger. So how we're going to do this is he gets up really high, makes a lot of heat, right? And then just shoots it up really high. Now this attack will be OP, okay? Shoots it up really high, right? And then right after he does that, he shoots he like starts shooting ice down to distract Bakugo while he's up high. And then he comes down, but not Bakugo. Deku was dummy tired because he hasn't really had to fight for an extended period of time, so he's dummy tired. He's like, all right, this will be my last move. If you survive this, you win. Bakugo's tired too, because he's kind of like on his Vegeta flow, like he was training non-stop. He didn't give his body proper time to rest. So what ended up happening is Bakugo's trying to fight him, whatever, and he sends out some Venus flytraps he planted earlier when he was fighting Todoroki. And so those come up and they're fighting him. He turns his shield all the way completely gold, which makes no sense. Why would he turn his shield to gold? But oh, does it. Moments later, thunderous shocks everywhere. Boom, boom, boom. Everyone's confused. He says, He uses all one to help him get stronger, and then he starts like applying liquid medicine of some sort onto his body to heal it just a little bit. And then he says, "All right, here we go." Takes his stance. All right, I'm doing it. Sends out his shield, and since Gold's a very good conductor of lightning, his shield gets hit. Oh, you think this is just a one-sided thing? It's hard to control. It's lightning. It's hot. It's burning. It's ferocious. But if I want to be the #1 hero, I have to take this pain. I have to push myself. Push plus ultra. And he's just doing it. And he got his shield. And like lightning is emanating everywhere off this kid, bro. And he's struggling to control it. And Bakugo's like fighting off. He said, yeah. And then he sees this dude like. Bakugo jumps up. He does it again. He goes for it one more time. He starts spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. There's a lot of spinning in this episode. And he got so much sweat from being in that box. He's just feeling it. And he goes in for one big explosion with everything he got. But instead of just doing it where he like throws it, he puts it all together, all in one thing. It's kind of like a final bang or final boom. And he puts it into everything got in a concentrated point right at Deku. And Deku says, no, and jumps. He blocks it actually with his other side using his body. He tanks it, but it does do damage. And then Deku's like, Kanchan, I'm sorry, but I must win this one. And he says, lightning, shield, smash, destruction. It hits. A thunderous crack is heard, and everything has been flashed. No one can see or hear for a good 5, not minutes, but for a good little second. And then Deku stands there, one side of his body with burnt marks and explosions, another part of his body with just lightning marks and everything else. He's extremely hot and cold. No, I'll just say hot. And he is not in the prime of conditioning at all. But he stands there. Bakugo somehow, barely, even though he got hit, the lightning itself went through, but Bakugo was able to make it back to the stage. And Deku was just like, no, that was my strongest move. No, he's stronger than I thought. And so Bakugo's coming. He's coming. He's about to end it. He jumps up, says, you damn shield bastard, take this, passes out, hits him with a small tiny explosion. And then before Kanchan could fall, he grabs him and holds him up. And he's doing this as a display of honor, you know, a testament to this strong fighter. He took one of my strongest moves, and he's saying this to the crowd. The crowd is feeling every word and every second of what he's saying. They are feeling what he is saying. And he's just like, I may have won this fight, but oh, was it not easy? And he's just doing that. You know, he's giving out that speech. Everyone's listening. Everyone's respecting. And then that's where we would end it. I hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all like, sub, if y'all made it this far. Because most of my views used to be mainly non-subscribers. Right now, I'm getting mainly my subscribers. Bigger fan base, more videos, better videos. And for those people that will and do subscribe, welcome to the family. When I hit 1,000 subs, I will do a live stream and I'll try to talk to all of y'all so all y'all can tell me what y'all like and don't like, all right? Catch y'all later.